like the inspection? Do you have like one of those camera things too and all that?
They do. They have two types. You can have just a camera run down your pipe.
Yeah.
And that's $150.
Yeah.
Or you can have a full leach field inspection. They'll find your D-box. They'll dig test holes, all that. That's $300.
Okay.
But yeah, they do have that.
The only problem I have with this, and I pulled it out, just take a look at it. There's not supposed to be a bottom to that filter, right?
No.
I just pulled it out and hosed it off the other day because I was having like a little backup, and she said, well, make sure you check your filters. So I gave it a squirt. Does that look okay now?
Yeah, it looks good. So the water comes up it.
Yeah.
And it goes through these little slits. And it goes out that way. So if they get plugged up, they won't let anything out.
I got you.
This is just a suction cup. It keeps it seated in there. But yeah, there shouldn't be anything there because the water's going up.
It was pretty clogged when I took it out. So I hosed it down real good. I'm glad you told me that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, looks good.
All right.
We'll, anytime we come, we'll clean them. But we recommend homeowners clean them once a year.
Yeah.
But if you're seasonal, you know, it's probably not as...
All right. Now here's I was doing my YouTube research. So I got all these trees around here with the roots, right?
Yeah.
I went and bought some of like this stuff. Is that any good or is it a waste?
It doesn't hurt. Root killer, basically, it'll keep the roots at bay.
Yeah.
But it's not going to get rid of the problem. The only way to get rid of them is to tear the trees up and pull the stumps.
No kidding.
It's just going to like kill the ends, and then new ones will split and grow. It'll kill the ends.
Do you see any evidence of?
No. Normally, what happens is they'll grow in around that pipe right there.
Yeah.
And then you have a problem because you got to redo that piping.
No.
Or sometimes they'll go and they'll grow through the cracks of these covers.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good to me.
All right, great.
Because your big trees are that way, which kind of could be a problem because your leach field's over there.
Yeah.
So if they grow into the leach field, then you have another problem.
All right. So now let's say I do put that stuff in. Do I just pour in the toilet, or should I like open up that and pour it in right there?
Most people put it right down the toilet.
That's the best way to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the last question I have, and please, this is your job. I'm not making any assumptions. Do you suck this dry, or do you leave a little at the bottom so that ecosystem keeps going?
What I'll do is I'll suck it down, I'll back flush it, and I'll suck it out again. There might be about an inch of water in there when we're done.
But that's what you want. You want a little bit left, don't you?
Yeah, well, as soon as I leave, someone will probably wash their hands or go to the bathroom anyway. But as far as the bacteria goes, there's a ton of bacteria in the tank already.
Yeah.
And we're not sanitizing it, we're just pumping it out.
Oh, okay.
So there's still bacteria in there.
Okay, great.
But after I leave, you know, you take a shower, it's gonna
right back to it.
Right.
All right, very good. Well, yeah, again, it's been like 7 years really since I did it before. I did have one little problem, but again, like I said, Diane said check that, and I did, and I think that was it. So
normally,
hopefully that was
people that have filters, when they have problems, it's because the filter's getting dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, good. And so if you're doing 7 to 10 a day, is there people that get it done like every season, or they have to be pumped like because they have a holding tank or something?
It depends. We do have some holding tank people. We do have people like right now that need their leach fields replaced, so you're doing them more often.
That's that part out there.
Yeah.
Hey.
So the tanks start draining. So once it's basically a holding tank.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like I'm doing people I did 3 years ago now. You know.
Okay. Yeah. And I honestly am going to try to do that. Again, they were saying like every 3-5 years, depending on the size of your place.
How often are you here?
We come up about 100 days a year. Year round, but 90% of it's in the summer. I love coming up here anytime. My wife wants to be up here in the sun, you know?
Yeah.
But that's okay, and I don't mind it. But again, we're not using it a ton. My problem was I did a load of laundry.
And it backed up.
And it backed up a tiny bit. That was the first thing I smelled. It was like just around, it must have just been around the edge here. And I smelled it and I said, oh shit. So that's when I made the phone call. I looked it up in my records. I said, it's got to be like 5 or 6 years into 7 years.
Yeah, it's because when you do that laundry, it puts all that water in at once.
All of a sudden.
And it's not draining as fast as it's going in.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty common. I would say probably you want to pump it about every 5 years or so.
Okay, that's a good thing to go by.
Just because you guys are seasonal, I hate to tell you 3, because if you do that, you're going to be pumping mostly water.
Yeah. Now, are you part of the family?
No, I grew up with the owner's son.
Oh, did you?
So now he's in charge of the septic end, and all his buddies are pumping tanks.
That's good. And they do excavation too.
Yeah, so his dad does the excavation and it's like a father-son split.
That's the way to go. So they built him a truck, brand new?
Yeah, big Freightliner.
Wow.
It's a,
That looks awesome too.
they put a new tank like that on a truck we had and they redid the whole truck. And,
Gee, nice. Nice.
It's a lot longer than the front of mine though, so on this camp road it might have been hard to make the swing in.
Hey, again, no problem. I'm up here, like I say, for another day or so, and then unless my kids decide to come up, but I'm just potting around. I like to, be at camp. That's it.
Well, that's what it's about, man.
Yeah, we love it.
I live here year round and it's like, I always thought I wanted to leave and then it's like, why?
My father always said, "There's no place like home."
That's true. And I live on the lake too, so it's like
What town?
Norway.
Norway Lake?
Nope, if you go left, like you're going to Albany, that little pond on the right.
Oh yeah, nice, nice, good.
Yeah.